What's going on? Just got out of a hot bath. Just got out of a hot bath. It's hot out today. It's nice, but it's humid. But I take a hot bath that usually kind of resets the way I feel. Hey, Stefan. Um, so now I feel a little cooler. Coming into my room, which is 80 degrees, so it's hot in general. Looking forward to fall. Even to the first freeze. As much as I hate winter, all the allergies will go. I'll feel a little less buzzy. My bath was probably a little too hot today. I woke up today. I fell asleep wonderfully fast. I woke up this morning. I slept good, but I felt like I got hit by a train. I was so tired. I probably could have slept another 5 hours, or at least felt like it, you know. But I had to get up and do stuff. So then my DPDR was high all morning, and I tried to break the DPDR. I took my dog to the park, and it didn't really help too much. A little bit. I'd say it was like 5-10% better after I got home. Usually I try to wake myself up as much as possible. That's the only way I can kind of tolerate it, is by being as awake as possible. Too bad caffeine doesn't help that. I can't drink caffeine anyway, but then I kind of laid around all morning. I took a nap around like 2 o'clock till about 3. I fell asleep, and I woke up feeling the same way, just completely beaten up. So my body really needed to relax, since yesterday I went to the urgent care for the pain in my leg and had to work. So it was a long day yesterday. Like my body and brain was just worn out, even though it didn't feel very stressful, but this is the way it works for me. I'm doing okay though. I'm tired. Excruciatingly tired. Shockingly tired. But I'm okay. How are you guys? How are you doing, Stefan? I'm debating on what to eat tonight. I'm like, I feel like okay. So sometimes I don't eat the health, I eat healthy all the time, but I can kind of change around what I eat. Deciding what to eat for dinner. It'll probably be chicken, green beans, and no rice. Rice always fucks up my stomach if I eat too much. I get bad cramps, and the rest. Kind of sick of eating potato. I might run to the grocery store. I don't know. I had some grass-fed Wagyu hamburger steak things in my freezer, but that'll take forever to defrost, so I'm not gonna do that. But the chicken and beans and stuff, I just don't want it. I've had it at least 700 times. So sick of it. Some days I really like it. So tired today. Yeah, me too, bud. For some reason, I keep waking up. I could tell my bit of a window is ending. It wasn't a great window by any means, but I could tell I'm on a down slope daily. But I've got nothing major coming up. It's just some doctor appointments. And I don't need to be great for those. Mentally, though, if I'm really bad, it's pretty scary going and sitting in the rooms and stuff. But I'm beat tired. It's weird that the little things that I do, how much it takes a toll on my brain and body. Got a sore in my fucking lip too on the inside. Gets these like cold sore type things. I haven't gotten them in a while. I don't know why I'm getting one now, but it burns. Can't talk. I keep yawning. Hey, Cindy. So you're off Remeron now? If you are, that's awesome. Congratulations. And yeah, I mean, Remeron sucks, man. It's one of the hardest fucking drugs to get off of. Um, if it's fatigue, yeah, it'll get better in time. I literally have to sit here and wait until I can taper again. I don't know when that will be. I'm hoping in a couple months. Congratulations. I don't know if I already knew that or not, but congratulations, because I cannot wait to the day I'm off this stuff. It is absolutely brutal. The thing is, benzos are terrible, but benzos leave you with a really fucked up nervous system. And which then makes anything else we do even that much harder. My fatigue is absolutely atrocious today. But it's not making me feel really horrible. It's just making me feel really fucking tired, which is really weird because usually if I'm really tired, all my symptoms just go crazy. So it's kind of nice just to, although my symptoms are higher than normal, it's more tolerable. Having a feeling I'll feel a little better tomorrow after I sleep again. Hopefully, I'll sleep the whole night. The way I feel, there's no doubt that I'll fall asleep right away. I shouldn't be talking about it so much. It's just making me more tired. But I just wanted to see what you guys were up to. I'm just kind of hanging out, trying to relax. My biggest thing right now is trying to think of what I'm going to have for dinner. I want to have something fun, something I can look forward to, but there's really never anything like that. There's a couple things I can have if I go out to get. There's only like 2 things, but I like to spend the money. Might have to go to the grocery store and see if I can find anything fun to eat. I could go to Walmart and get some of the. Oh, I fucking hate Walmart. Okay. It's so bright in there. I think it's bright in here. Those are fucking terrible lights, though. But they got the. Well, they didn't have them last time, but they got the wild caught shrimp. You get a pretty big bag for like $6, and I can eat them no problem. If it's farm raised, I can't. We've been playing the lottery. I could change the subject. I've been playing the lottery once or twice a week. I just feel that what I've encountered and dealt with in my life, such horrible bad luck, that there's bound to be good luck. And I'm hoping it's in the form of financial gain. So I've decided to start playing the lottery. As much as I hate going and getting tickets, I cannot have tortillas. I can't eat corn and I can't eat flour, but I can eat brown rice. And they do have brown rice tortillas, but they're kind of hard to get around me. So yeah, I can do. How you doing, AC? I can do hippie tacos like the lettuce wraps. Do that. What's going to really be annoying is if I actually stress myself out enough to go to Walmart and they actually don't have the shrimp. Oh, that'll suck. I have to think of what else I could buy there to make it worth my time if I do go. Hate going to Walmart. Ugh. Cool, cool. Yeah, with Remeron, I've had more symptoms from Remeron than I had from benzos. I think. I mean, I can't really say positively because I went on Remeron after I got off benzos. So I mean, it could be benzos, but the farther I went down on Remeron, the better I felt. But the most psychotic type feeling symptoms, and all I know is when I tapered a little too fast 4 months ago, the shit that happened to me from that was so fucking intense, and that was from Remeron. So I don't know. Yeah, just trying to be productive, man. I If I sit at home, I wallow in my symptoms. The more I think about it, the higher they go. I start to loop, and so on. Just kind of like when I went to the urgent care yesterday. The back of my leg. I'm not going to explain it if you don't know, but it was one of those things. I could at least let it go and see how it'll probably get better on its own. But I will throw myself into the biggest wave, being so stressed out about it. So I just go get shit checked out, as long as I'm feeling up to doing it. Hi, Mandy. Oh, it's not a thing I think, it's I know. Um, when I do eat them, my symptoms go crazy. I think a lot of people after benzos had this problem, but I seriously think it has to do with histamine, how it screwed up my Remeron, screwed up my histamine channels. Um, I had to go gluten free. Anything gluten fucks me up bad. All my benzo Remeron symptoms, whatever, always won't go insane, totally nuts. Corn did the same thing. So I can't do flour, corn. I can't do dairy. I can't. I don't do anything with sugar, but that's my blood sugar gets too high, and that spikes my symptoms. So it's literally, it's nuts. Food is extremely important in order for me to be productive at all. So yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. Some research shows pushing yourself hard. I think it helps to a point. I think I set myself back a lot as well. I think if you're really, really sick and you can't do it, I think there's a point of pushing yourself though, but I never push people to do that because it's kind of not fair, you know. I've always pushed myself. There's a time I probably shouldn't have years ago, but now, like today, my DPDR was really high. So I went to the dog park and I by the time I got back, it was probably 10% better, which isn't a lot, but I'll take it, you know. Even with my fatigue today, but I can work through fatigue, you know. It's more the mental symptoms that I have the hardest time with working around. But yeah, I think things get better as you push yourself, and it helps with anxiety too. Just repeating things that scare you, you know, because eventually it's a little better. Yeah, it sounds like me. Gave me Remeron after the cold turkey. Well, I had a 2 week taper, but we'll call that cold turkey. Um, benzos. So I didn't sleep for like 8 days, so I needed something. I didn't know they were giving me an antidepressant for it, and I didn't even know at the time they did that. My throat hurts today. Since I went to the park, the mold spores, the mold allergies are bad, so chest is starting to burn and throat hurts. So I'll probably cut it short soon. My throat hurts. My appetite is actually okay today. Usually it's pretty non-existent. After I fucked up Remeron 4 months ago, my appetite went to zero, and just recently it started coming back online a little bit. But everything passes in time. Hey Matt. Yes, I am. That's what's been my hell basically is Remeron. I tapered it a little too fast 4 months ago. Not by much, but a little bit too much that it threw me into a raging withdrawal and really shocked my nervous system really bad. So I've been holding, not tapering. It's been 4 months now, a little over that. And I'll probably won't start tapering for another 3 months, maybe. Depends how I feel. Depends how my waves go. So yeah, I'm still tapering it. I'm only at 1.2, so I'm almost there, but it's becoming the hardest thing I've ever had to do. So now that I know the hell that it could put me through, like it did 4 months ago, I got to take it really easy. Good for you. Fuck that drug. Almost every other one is easier to deal with than Remeron. Remeron hits 31 receptors, mainly the histamine, but it hits 31 receptors. That's fucking nuts. I wish I would have known that, but can't keep looking back, you know. I look back kind of often. I shouldn't do it. That's why I'm on here every day. I need a place to talk about what I'm going through without putting it on the people around me. So it helps me. Yeah, Paxil's a rough one, I hear. Some people have it easy, some people don't. Same thing with Remeron. Some people can get off of it, no problem. Of course, then again, they're not going through benzo withdrawal either. So yeah, everybody's different. Everybody's totally different. And that's what I wish doctors would understand. Is that when I tell them something happened and they say that can't happen, I say, fuck you, it happened. Bullshit, it didn't happen. I'm fucking living it. They always try to blame it on something else like you're crazy. Pisses me off. I've worked so hard to get where I was, not to fuck around and sit here and whine, you know? I'd like to be better too. It's not my initial problems coming back like they like to claim. Yeah, it blows my mind. Blows my mind, Keith. I have no idea. I just think they have this God complex where what they know is right and that's it. I literally told my neurologist when he rolled up on his chair and put his hand under his chin, is like, Dan, that can't happen. And that's when I told him about my benzo history and what happened and why I'm so sick. And he told me that cannot happen. I said, bullshit, it can't happen because it fucking happened to me. And I'm like, sorry for my language, but I'm kind of sick of not being believed. I'm like, what I went through was absolute torture. And he put it in the notes that about benzo withdrawal syndrome. So I don't know. Maybe he just changes. I have to see him at the end of August. So of course, doctors always. I believe they want the best for you. I totally think so. I mean, not everyone, of course, because never 100%, but I think the majority do. But they listen to what the drug companies tell them, and they think that's it. It takes a lot of people to come out to talk about these things to get them to understand. I even told the neurologist, I'm like, I was an admin for one of the biggest benzo recovery pages on Facebook. I'm like, I've been in it and I've learned a ton. It's nuts. Oh, Matt, you retracted a message. What was it? Sorry. Yeah. That's what I always say. I'm like, I'll have no problem doing this or trying this or whatever, but somebody's going to have to take accountability. And since nobody will, I'm not going to. Nobody takes responsibility for it. You get fucked up, you're fucked. Yeah. Which is funny, Keith, because the benzos hit the same receptors, but much fucking harder. They fucking bind to them like a motherfucker. So I don't see why they wouldn't understand, you know? That's bad. Well, but yeah. It's the that's what I was trying to think of earlier. The original condition bullshit. And I like to say my original condition was very underlying anxiety. At the time, it felt bad, but compared to how I am now, I would love to go back to that. So my underlying condition ain't shit. That's what I say. Yeah, it's our job to just keep opening our mouths For a while, I just stopped because I couldn't keep doing it. I needed to just get some shit done at the doctor's that didn't involve benzo withdrawal. Um, it got so old being talked down to. It hurt. But now I'm back at it. And they say, well, you should be able to get off the Remeron, no problem, blah, blah, blah. Same old bullshit. I'm like, yeah, but you didn't go through benzo withdrawal. My nervous system's completely shot. And if you want to if there's a test out there to test that, please do, because it would show it being completely damaged, and I should be on disability. I should be on disability. I show them the list of symptoms, and I say, if you had to live with all this and not get disability, how would you survive? I've said all this to doctors, and they all ignore me. I've changed doctors so many times that I'm actually done changing doctors. Now I just hassle the ones I have for a while. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. Stressful. Man, 11 people on here. That's pretty cool. Yeah, they just feel that your anxiety is getting worse as years go on. It has nothing to do with medicine. And I'll explain to them. I'd be like, that's funny because the farther I got off benzos, the better I started feeling with no meds. So how is that? And all of a sudden I fuck up my Remeron and it's all fucking back. And they say, well, you should be on a higher dose. I just, I go on with my story and say, that's not the fucking case. I'm like, I will do anything to get off this medicine. And I guarantee you, within a year, I'll be doing better than I have ever had. Guaranteed. The funny thing is, Mandy, that my psychiatrist had no idea for the longest time until recently. I just always said I was taking 15 milligrams and I was tapering it for years. And until I fucked it up 4 months ago, I told her about it. I think I was just so scared. Like now I probably wouldn't have, but I got so scared. I didn't sleep for 11 days. So I needed something. I didn't know what I was doing. Again, I was suicidal. It was so bad. I wasn't going to go on new drugs, but so I told her what I did because honestly, tapering that slow, there's realistically no risk. I'm not harming myself by tapering too slow, And she didn't get why I was going so slow. And then I told her the story and she understood. And I told her the reason why I didn't tell her is because there's no way she would have let me taper that slow. And I'm like, the fact is I'm that sensitive and I know nobody would ever let me taper that slow. So I just did it on my own. And I started feeling better as time went on. I'm like, I couldn't help the fact that it went too fast, My body reacted wrong to it. That's because my nervous system got so fucked from the benzos. But she's okay with it. She still prescribed me the 15 milligrams, and she knows I'm on only 1.2, and then I'm holding until I feel a little better, and then I'm going to taper 1 gram at a time. So, yeah. Yeah, I have seen his video. Used to see him in group. Doctor shopping? No, because I don't ask for drugs. So if I was going doctor to doctor saying I need Vicodin, then yeah, but no. Aesthetics, you're so late. What are you doing? It's been 30 minutes. Yeah, Mandy, that's the thing. I already realized that 2 grams of cutting, what it did to me. It was so intense and scary. I'm just going to take it to the very end and slow. I don't care if it takes years. That's what I'm going to do. I need to get off this medication without getting on new medication. So we'll see what happens when I start tapering again, how it reacts. Who knows? I'm still a lot more fucked up than I was 4 months ago, so we'll see how it goes. Who knows? I'm bait today. No, not for this. If there was, I would have had the test, because I've mentioned my nervous system all the time. I'll be like, where's the test for nervous system to show that it's not reacting properly? No, they don't have nothing, which just boggles my mind. Yeah, it feels like a brain injury. Mine feels like I've had heavy brain damage, but it's gotten better, not in all ways, but some ways. Yeah, see, I think the Remeron did do a lot of the stuff that it's done to me, which I blamed on benzos for a long time. But it did let me sleep. Not anymore, but it did for some years. But it did just make me a zombie. Yeah, man, exactly. And thank you. Well, Keith, that's a good sign. As much as it feels like shit, I mean, you can't really weigh other people because you are you. So, and I'm sure it feels like absolute torture. But in reality, if that's what you got, you're doing okay and it will get better. Absolutely. Just try to live every day you can, and eventually in time it'll pass. Everything always passes, it does. Oh, so I can't eat ice cream. I wish. I gotcha. I don't eat soy sauce at all. Anything with soy fucks me up. I've been in the 5 years that I've been going to doctors and talking about my stories. Hey Terry, um, they always listen to me, but they never take me seriously. And they always say, "Well, you can't really get disability unless you have some sort of diagnosis." And I'll be like, "Well, where's my diagnosis? Because I'm having all these symptoms and I need to do something." It's ridiculous. It's true, Keith. I go back to old videos of mine, or I think about times where I was really sick or certain things were really bad, and those are gone. And I'll be like, oh, it makes me feel much better. Cindy, totally. Yeah, but it will get better. It always does. Yeah, for sure, Matt. That's the thing is this stuff creates such extreme anxiety. Right now, my anxiety is at a high level, but it's not so high where it's really destroying me like it was the other week. And it lasted for like 2 weeks again, and it goes on and off. It's terrible. Last time I was almost agoraphobic. I forced myself out just because I didn't want to get stuck in that. Scary. I've been okay today. Just really fucking tired. And my allergies are getting really bad. I took the dog to the park. My DPDR was really high today. So I decided to push myself and went to the dog park. Feeling a little better now. Yeah, Mandy, I get it. Unless you have some actual issue you need to be seen for, it's kind of pointless. Like, I know I'm worse right now because of the Remeron fuck up. But in general, from the years after benzos and tapering Remeron, I got better every single year. I mean, just 5 months ago, I was driving 45 minutes away from home, working for a couple hours, and driving 45 minutes back. That says a lot. I have no idea what you said, Mandy. I don't get the racing stuff like that. My anxiety comes from my gut. It shoots out this energy that it's extremely nauseating, and it just makes every all my symptoms go crazy, and it just keeps shooting. It's like an adrenaline. My heart doesn't go crazy anymore though. Oh, well, DPD. I mean, food can make DPDR much worse, but like a bad food can make all my symptoms worse. You know how many people tell me to get back on my meds? My meds. Like they were ever my meds. This all started because I got on Xanax. I was only on benzos for 3 months total. How is that my meds? They made me sick from the time they started. Stupid. Remeron made me extremely ill from the time I started it. How is that my meds? Yeah, Mandy. It's it's very debilitating anxiety. I still have it, but it's not as strong today. Yeah, agoraphobia is brutal. Head pressure, yes. Terrible tinnitus I've had since I was a teenager. So it didn't get much worse in benzo withdrawal because I'm glad it didn't. The only time my tinnitus got worse is when I took a Z pack of antibiotics, which it wasn't that bad. It did get a little worse for like a week. And after I got off, or after I screwed up the Remeron, it got pretty bad for like a day. But yeah, that's it. But the head pressure I had for like a good year and a half, 2 years, and then off and on since. I'm actually getting a headache now, probably from reading the screen. I get migraine with aura. I don't get them too often, but I do get them, and they're scary, and they make my visual snow a lot worse, and all my sensory issues a lot worse for like a month after I get one. Yeah, I heard about that too. About that dude taking benzos. Yeah. Yeah, I got the only thing I got. The only thing diagnosis I got was fibromyalgia. For everything I was going through, they just said fibromyalgia. So stupid because they won't give me disability for it. They could just see that I'm making money and they tell me to fuck off, basically. Idiots. Fucking idiots. I have akathisia. It's not as horrible as it was. My goodness. I'm assuming that's the same thing as the migraine with aura or ocular migraines. I couldn't listen to music for the longest time, and when I did have to look at my computer, it fucking sucked and made my brain feel like it was jolting on and off. It's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, a lot of people go through withdrawal and they just think the doctors tell them it's their sickness. So yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, physical they can always find you work, but for me, they won't give me any kind of diagnosis for shit. I've been off benzos for almost 5 years, but the Remeron is what's really kicking my ass now. Yeah, I get very the sensory issues for visual is really intense for me. Really intense. My hearing sensitivities is better. My goodness, I can listen to music. That's the one thing I don't worry about is I don't care what I look like. I don't care about my appearance. My job is to be as clear-headed and as energetic as possible. I just want to feel as good as possible. I could care less about my appearance. I don't know. I've tried to explain to people for years. Um, I couldn't really tell you. I've explained myself so many times. And you just tell people, and if they don't get it or they don't want to understand, what are you going to do about it, you know? I mean, seriously. I tell them, I write a list of all my symptoms and I tell them I know where it's coming from. I try to speak as clear as I can so they don't think I'm insane. And that's what I tell my psychiatrist. I'm like, do I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about? No. I definitely have tinnitus, but I've had tinnitus since I was a teen and I was in a lot of bands when I was younger. So I didn't wear ear protection. So I have tinnitus. Always had it. Always will. Hopefully it doesn't get worse. I'm actually seeing my ENT soon because I've been getting some weird lower tinnitus sounds. Mandy, isn't that funny? Because it's like you're literally telling somebody you have like all the symptoms of all these diseases, and it's like they don't care. If I said I had cancer, they'd be like, "Oh." If I said I had AIDS, it'd be, "Oh." I say I have benzo withdrawal syndrome, they're like, "It's stupid." Well, luckily, those symptoms will calm down in time. But definitely watch your diet and stuff. Food plays a huge part in how I feel. So just be careful, especially you Remeron users like me. Cindy, they always say that shit. Those are not your friends. And that's what sucks because it just pisses me off. I've heard many times that I need to be back on my meds or different meds. And I've tried so many medications in the past that I said none of them work. I'm sorry. I'm the 1%. It doesn't even make sense, Matt. I don't even know what they're fucking talking about. They're being fucking assholes. Fuck them. Fuck them. It's not a friend or. That's bullshit. 3 doctors? In the last 5 years, I've had at least 5 or 6. Whatever. Half of them wasn't my fault, though. But still, the point is, I did have like 5, 6 doctors. And I hate having to tell my story over and over again. Energy vampire you. That's funny. It's true. It's so true. It's a good way to put it. It's nuts, isn't it? 14 people of you on. That's really cool. I'm glad you guys stopped in. I won't be on much longer though. I always say to my doctors, I'll be like, well, if I can't take these medications and they don't help me feel any better, isn't there some kind of diagnosis for people who can't take medications and get better? So I can get some sort of disability in the future because it's not fair that they don't work for me. Fucking ass. Yeah, when it's family, I just kind of let it go. And I'll just be like, trust me, if it worked, I'd do it. But yeah, when it's family, it's different. I understand. My family doesn't give a fuck either. My dad will ask me how I'm feeling, but that's it. As much as I miss my mom, I'm glad she passed away before this whole mess. I mean, I've got visual snow syndrome. That's really rare, and it's extreme. The way I see visually is very fucked up. And you know what? There's not an actual diagnosis code for it. That's really that pisses me off. Luckily, I work for myself because I couldn't work for somebody else. No, because it's too new. Although it's been around for a while, but doctors are just realizing what visual snow is. And like I was talking to my neurologist about it last time. This was about 4 months ago, 5 months ago, and he did know what it was, which was one of the first times one of my doctors actually knew what it was. Um, and he reiterated there's nothing they can do about it. But I mean, all they would do is send me to a visual doctor and, give me visual tests. It's like I can see, it's just really fucked up, So they would just do random visual tests, and I mean, they would never give me disability for it unless I could pretty much pretend that I'm blind. Stupid. Maybe one day I'll have to go that route. But there's not an actual diagnosis code for visual snow. Not yet. The floors still float. They still move for me. They go up and down. The walls breathe. I think I recall you saying that before, Terry. Yeah. I know my visual issues are neurological because I can see all the static when I close my eyes. When I close my eyes, I still see all the problems that I see. So I know it's neurological. Seroquel can be really brutal. That's another one of them hellish drugs. Extremely distracting. I hallucinate constantly from it. You ever look in an old TV and the static and you can kind of like watch it move around and stuff? That's what my vision is. I see things pop in and pop out. It's very disturbing. And it gets a lot worse when the sensory issues get worse. I don't even know what that is, Wade. There's nothing they can do. No, no. I smoked a lot of weed and let's see. Yeah, I smoked a lot of weed when I was young. I never did anything too extreme, but I smoked weed for like 20 years, but nothing out of the ordinary. I don't even know what that means. I believe smoking weed gave me anxiety. Because there were sometimes I smoked so much. I know, 17 people. What the fuck's going on tonight? I don't even know that many people. I know some people follow me. 17? My God. Can't keep up with all that. I'm in Wisconsin. Oh, yeah. I mean, I think sometimes I got so high, and I think that's where my perception issues started, and the anxiety. Yeah, I don't know. Then it started to give me anxiety. Well, your cold turkey didn't actually make you possessed, but I'm sure it felt that way. Cold turkey can make your body and brain do really fucked up shit. But if you're talking demons and stuff, you're on the wrong page because you're just not. It's just not that. But I am sorry that that happened to you. It sucks. Oh, weed is definitely a better option. Honestly, I wish I would have just stuck with smoking weed other than, I wish it was legal when I was smoking it. Yep, Cindy. Yeah, no, I'm glad. I'm glad, and I'm glad you come on a lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming on, hanging out. I'm sure CBD would help, but I also know that it can metabolize the medicine you're on differently, and I don't want to fuck up my medicine in my body. But I think it's something I would try and do after I'm off all medicines for a while. That'd be about it. And if I ever smoked weed again, it would be years down the line. Yeah, more CBD. That's kind of the idea. Let me see. Yeah, there's a huge window. You probably can't even see it because it's so bright. That's my window. It's a small room, but it's my work room, and it's not huge, but there's a big window, and that's basically when I'm looking this way, I'm looking out the window, watch the cars go by and stuff. So yeah, to wait. I'm not getting high anytime soon. But you know what? In the future, if we're still chatting like this, I mean, Canada's not that far, and I do love Canada. Ugh, I don't. I can't prove it. I have a Canada keychain right by here somewhere that one of my friends sent me. Oh, only shows 18 on my side. Two must have dropped off in a moment. I mean, it just proved 19 for me. It just proves that people want to talk about this stuff. And as much as it sucks, it's good to have people to talk to. I know you guys are talking about Facebook, but as a reminder, I don't take anybody on Facebook. Only close friends and family. Unless for some reason we got to know each other really well. And Wade. Maybe one day I'll be in Canada. I'd love to go back, but considering I can't drive 45 minutes away, can't see that happening anytime soon. But who knows? Life brings us into weird places. My old videos? It's funny because I think I was really trying to be positive on my early videos. I really thought I'd be better like pretty quick, so I was trying to be positive, and I really wish I was more honest about how I was because that was a lot worse than I portrayed on my videos. But my story's there, and that's what's cool. And the only reason I do live now is because I hate doing regular videos and then uploading them. This way, it automatically uploads. Right on, right on. All right, it's been an hour, and as much as I love you guys for hanging out, Michigan. Close. Not that far. I'm on the border of Illinois, basically. Oh, believe me, they said the same thing to me. They told me to just jump off of it. I've worked really hard, Mandy, at being coherent, and there was many years where this conversation couldn't happen because my brain would start to jolt, but it doesn't do that anymore. So I just keep talking. But since my vision, I can't see the words anymore, and I'm starting to hallucinate more. I'm gonna have to go. But thank you. I disappeared for so long because I was getting better, and I decided to stop obsessing about stuff. I didn't need to talk about it so much. I was obsessing daily, like now. I was obsessing daily, and it was interfering with me getting better. So I wanted to do updates, and plus, there was a long time I couldn't do live videos on YouTube for a long time, and uploading to YouTube was really fucking hard. For some reason, it always failed. So I just said, "Fuck it." I was updating on Facebook, on a Benzo Recovery page. I'm still a huge part of the Benzo Recovery group on Facebook, so I did live videos there all the time. But most of you guys probably didn't know that. But and then I found out recently that after I fucked up the Remeron, I'm like, you know what? I need to start updating my story with you guys. So here I am. Yeah. I'm gonna go cook something. I'm hungry and I'm completely delayed right now. Yeah, well, you get used to it. You get used to it, Mandy. I've had to fake it for so long because I've had to work and shit. But I'm in a place where I can be more chill. There's a lot of times I couldn't. And a lot of time I couldn't. But I can now. Perkin? Cindy, where the fuck is Perkin? Let me look. I thought I knew everything from Illinois. I lived in Illinois, for fuck's sakes. Let me see. I'm Perkin. Shouldn't even show up. Perkin, Illinois. It's 3 hours and 19 minutes from me. Huh. Dragonland Water Park. Sounds fun. You're by nothing I know. Oh, you're even more southern from Peoria. Wow. Anyway, yeah, you're not really that far. And you're wonderful too, Cindy. Thank you. Yeah, you have a good one too, Velocity 211. Stop obsessing. Yeah, I know. It's true. But being on here has been really helping me. It's helping me with my home relationship with my girlfriend because I'm not putting all this shit on her. And it helps me get through my day. So I'm going to continue doing this for a while. You too, Terry. No, Wade, you're the boss. AC, it's nice to see you again. You guys go find each other on Facebook. Yari? Well, I know your name's not really aesthetics, but tell me if I'm pronouncing it right. Yari? And I'll try to remember that. I might just yeah, I might just go to fucking Walmart. Fuck, man, that sucks. I'm sorry, Believe. I understand. I had at one time over a hundred side effects from the stuff, and I'm telling you, it does get better. Harry, I always just call you Wade because it's that easy. Seriously, I'm never gonna remember any of this, so just always remind me. Close. No, I'm never gonna say it right. Yeah. Well, whatever. I'll call you Wade or Harry if I remember. I'm just gonna call aesthetics. I'm gonna call you Yari or Yari, and that's it. And you can correct me tomorrow. Get faded. That's funny. I'm gonna ask my other Canadian friends because one of my buddies from Canada, he has medical marijuana, and I haven't heard him say get faded, but I bet you he'll get it. Yeah, one of these days. All right, Harry Wade. And I like saying aesthetics though. It's like if that was somebody's actual name, would be cool. Yari. Oh man, I love antique malls. I actually am in the mood to go to one, but I think with my wave coming on, I probably won't be able to for a while. But there's an old schoolhouse not far from here that's an old antique mall. 15 people still on. Okay, it's been over an hour. I got to go make dinner. Um, you guys have a good day, and I'm glad we can all help each other out today. I'll probably be on tomorrow, same time. Go get faded later on.